Welcome to John's Maths Book. I'm John, and this channel is for those that would like to know a little bit more about mathematics. If you like these videos, then please share, like, and subscribe. Please leave comments in the comments section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. In this video, we're going to look at binary numbers. First, we're going to look at what we mean when we talk about base 10 numbers. Then we'll go on to talk about what we mean when we talk about base 2 numbers. Then we're going to look at how to convert a binary base 2 number into a decimal. And then we look at binary to decimal examples. So let's look at what a base 10 number is. A base 10 number includes 10 numbers 0 through 9 arranged in any combination. These are the numbers we normally use in everyday life. So let's examine a base 10 number and look at how it's made up. So in this example, I've picked the number 23,957 and I've taken each of its digits and listed them in 5 separate columns. So in column 1 I've got 2, in column 2 I've got 3, in column 3 I've got 9, 4 I've got 5, and in column 5 I've got 7. The important thing to notice here is that each column is a factor of 10 greater than the one to its right. So if we start over on the right, in our first column we have a value of 7. So this is a factor of 10 greater than the one to its right. Now we'll notice that there is no column to the right of 7, so it's multiplied by a factor of 10 to the power of 0. 7 multiplied by 10 to the power of 0 is 7 because 10 to the power of 0 is 1. If we move on to the next one, we have in this column we've got 5. Now we know that it's a factor of 10 bigger than the one to its right. So the value of 5 is multiplied by 10 to the power of 1, which is in fact 10. So 10 times 5 gives us 50. Looking at the next column, we have a value of 9 in it, and we know it's a factor of 10 bigger than the one to its right. So we have 9 times 10 to the power of 2, which gives us 900. So you get the idea. In the next column, we have 3. It's a factor of 10 bigger than the one to its right, so it's 3 times 10 to the power of 3. So 3 times 10 to the power of 3 is 3,000. And the final column, we have 2 in it. And we know it's a factor of 10 bigger than the one to its right. So we have 2 multiplied by 10 to the power of 4. That gives us 20,000. So if we add these numbers up from right to left, so we add 7 to nothing, so we get 7. We then add 7 to 50, we get 57. We add 57 to 900, gives us 957. We add 957 to 3,000, we get 3,957. We add 3,957 to 20,000 and we get 23,957. So the answer in this case is 23,957. So let's look at what a base 2 number is. A base 2 number, otherwise known as a binary number, has multiple combinations of 2 numbers. The 2 numbers are 0 and 1. So let's look at an example of a binary number and see if we can convert it to a decimal. So I've picked the number 10111 and I've arranged it in 5 columns, 10111. It's important to note that each of these columns is a factor of 2 greater than the column to the right. So if we start over on the far right, in the first column we have 1, but we have nothing to the right of this column. So we have the value of 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 0. If we move to the next column, we have a value of 1 in it. So therefore it's 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 1, which gives us a value of 2. Moving on to the next column, we have a 1 in it. And this column is a factor of 2 greater than the one to its right, so it's 1 times the power of 2 to the power of 2. That gives us a value of 4. Moving on to the next column, there's a 0 in it. So it's 0 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3, which is 0. And in the final column, we have a 1 in it. And as this column is a factor of 2 greater than the previous one, it gives us 1 times 2 to the power of 4, which is 16. If we add these values up, in the first column we have 1. We add that to 2, we get 3. 3 added to 4 gives us 7. 7 added to 0 gives us 7. 7 added to 16 gives us 23. So the answer is 23 when we convert 1, 0, 1, 1, 1 to decimal. Let's look at another example of how to convert a binary number to a decimal. So in this case, I've picked binary number 11001, and I've arranged the number in 5 separate columns, 11001. So as we saw before, it's important to note that each column is a factor of 2 greater than the one to its right. So if we start over on the right, we see in our first column we have a value of 1. This is multiplied by 2 to the power of 0, which gives us 1. In the next column we have a 0, and in this column it's a factor of 2 bigger than the one to its right. So it's 0 multiplied by 2 to the power of 1. This gives us 0. And in the next column again we have a 0, and this 0 is multiplied by 2 to the power of 2. That gives us 0, and in the next column we have a 1. So that is 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3, because it's a factor of 2 greater than the one to its right, which was 2 to the power of 2. So 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3 gives us 8. So in the final column we have a 1, and that is 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 4, which gives us 16. So let's add these numbers up. So we have 1 plus 0 gives us 1. 1 plus 0 gives us 1. 1 plus 8 gives us 9. And 9 plus 16 gives us 25. So the answer here is 25. So before moving on to the quiz, what did we learn in this video? Well, we looked at what a base 10 number is. We looked at what a base 2 number is, how we convert a binary base 2 number into a decimal, and we looked at a few examples of how to do this. So for quiz question 1, convert the binary number 01101 into a decimal. Pause the video now and see if you can work out the correct answer. So the answer is 13. So we'll go through how we got that answer. So again, we'll arrange the binary number in 5 columns. So we have 01101. And in column 1, we have 1 times 2 to the power of 0, which gives us 1. The second column, we have a 0, so 0 times 2 to the power of 1 is 0. Third column, we have 1, so it's 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 2, which is 4. In the next column, we have 1, so it's 1 times 2 to the power of 3, which gives us 8. And in the final column, we have a 0, so it's 0 multiplied by 2 to the power of 4, which again gives us 0. So if we add these numbers up, we get 1 plus 0, which is still 1. 1 plus 4 gives us 5. 5 plus 8 gives us 13. 13 plus 0 gives us 13. So the final answer is 13. So for quiz question 2, convert the binary number 11100 into a decimal. Pause the video now and see if you can work out the correct answer. So the answer is 28. So let's see how we got to that answer. So again, arrange the binary number in columns across the top. So we have 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. In the first column on the right, we have a 0 multiplied by 2 to the power of 0. Second column, we have a 0 multiplied by 2 to the power of 1. Third column, we have 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 2. Fourth column, we have 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3. And in the last column, we have 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 4. So the answers we get here are 0, 0, 4, 8, and 16. So if we add these numbers up, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 4 is 4, 4 plus 8 is 12, and 12 plus 16 is 28. So the final answer is 28. So for quiz question 3, convert the binary number 10100 into a decimal. Pause the video now, see if you can work out the correct answer. So the answer we get is 20. So let's see how we got to 20. So again, we put the binary number into 5 columns, 10100. And looking at the columns, we have in the first column 0, we multiplied that by 2 to the power of 0, that gave us 0. Second column, we again have 0, so we multiplied by that by 2 to the power of 1, gave us 0 again. In the third column, we have 1, we multiplied 1 by 2 to the power of 2, which gave us 4. In the next column, we have a 0, so we multiplied by 0 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3, that gave us 0. And in the final column, we have a 1. So we had 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 4, which gave us 16. So we added these numbers up. So we have 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 4 is 4. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 16 is 20. So the answer is 20. So for quiz question 4, convert the binary number 11111 into a decimal value. Pause the video now and see if you can work out the correct answer. So the answer we get is 31. So let's see how we got there. Again, arranging the numbers in columns, we have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So in the first column, we multiply 1 by 2 to the power of 0. That gives us 1. Second column, 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 1, which gives us 2. Third column, 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 4 gives us 4. The next column, 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3 gives us 8. And in the final column, we have 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 4. This gives us 16. So adding these numbers up, we get 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. 15 plus 16 gives us 31 on our final answer.